Yeah, there's simply nothing, and nothing is happening. There can be an apparent happening, which is the story of somebody living life, trying to fix things, this and that. People moving around, doing their own things, going to start their own businesses, going to work, birds flying, groups, cars floating. That's just what seems to be happening. But this, as it is, isn't really happening. You know, it's just the way it is. And what seems to be stories may seem to be imposed in this. But this is not a story. It's nothing. It is nothing being every apparent thing or being everything. And this can never be known. It can never be known because there's no separation. There's nothing separate from it to know it. There's nothing sticking out. There's nothing apart from it. It's already whole and complete. There's already nothing missing. There's already nothing lacking. Yet in the story, there might be an apparent lack. There might be an apparent something missing. But it's just a story. It's just a story. There's already no real something missing or lacking. It's just the totality. It's just everything. There is no actual single happening. But in the story, it may seem as if there is a certain story that is going to a certain direction, and another one is taking another direction. But it's just this already appearing as that. There are no separate stories or different stories already. It's just this already, which is nothing. This can never be grasped. This can never be known. This can never be seen because it's not a thing that can be pointed at. Yes, there can be an apparent pointing happening, which isn't really pointing to anything because this can never really be pointed at. It's not something that can be grasped, that can be seen. There is no separate seer that can see the totality. There's just the totality, even appearing as what seems to be an apparent seer, but there's no seer. It's just already that which is whole and complete. Somehow it is seen here that the apparent happening is okay. Every story, apparent story is okay. It's beautiful. There's nothing here that is trying to get rid of the story. There's nothing here that is trying to help anything to know that this is just a story. There's no real separate things. There's just an activity which is already no activity appearing as an activity. So everything is whole and complete. Everything is this. All there is wholeness. All there is this. There is no separation. Even discussing about that there might be a separation in a way that's not separate from this. It's already this, appearing as a discussion about separation or suspicions that there might be a separation. So the seeker is already not there as separate from wholeness. It's just wholeness appearing as an apparent seeker. There is no real separate seeker. So there is no seeker to help find what it's seeking for. There can be a deconstruction of something. Something may seem to fall away, of which it could be recognized that there wasn't anything. So the falling away is just an illusory. It's just separate from this already. Everything is this. Every movement, every thought, every feeling, every sensation. The feeling of not being there yet, the feeling of happiness, sadness appearing in this. It's just this already. What seems to be personal is already impersonal. Even when there is a claim that this is personal. Something saying, now you have gone too far. Now you have made things personal. That's already impersonal. Because everything is this. There's no separation. So there's nothing here that is trying to stop any story from happening. Because the story itself, as it is already an expression of totality, is already an expression of wholeness. Asking questions, receiving answers, getting answers, apparent answers, or not, not being satisfied with what is being spoken, being satisfied is equally this. Looking for some ways to explain or describe this or not is just this already. Thinking that this can be known or not is just this already. And this is unknowable. Even the apparent knower is already that which can never be known. So it's okay if it is felt that there is a real knower here who's trying to know. That may be allowed to play out until it's exhausted itself. Because of that seeking energy, something may seem to arise as well, just to to really, you know, try to help in a way, but it's not really helping anybody. You know, this may seem to arise because of the seeking energy persisting. You know, something may seem to say, stop seeking and just be, but it's never really talking to anyone. It's just talking, happening, and the seeking energy happening, which there's no one behind it. Even the one who says, stop seeking and just be, there's no one behind it. Those are just words appearing from nothing and seeking energy appearing. Themselves are energy. Everything is energy. So energy can't really be destroyed, but it can be transformed. If something seems to, if a certain expression seems to fall away, to get destroyed, this energy doesn't lose itself. It remains as it is. It is recognized that it has never been anything separate from itself. It has always been itself as everything. So there's nothing that is lost. Yet in the story, something may seem to say, "Oh, I've lost my loved one. I'm so sad." But that's just an energy appearing as a story of somebody who has lost somebody or a family member. So nothing here can really be lost because there is nothing here. These bodies are empty. They are not even bodies. This can never really be described. It can never be known because it's not a thing. Description, knowing may seem to happen in a story, but it's just those are just labels. Knowing of labels, they're already empty. They're just concepts. Nothing can really be known. This is already nameless. This is already formless. This is already empty. They're already not things, no real things. So nothing can really be known. There's nothing to know. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to get rid of. And there's nothing to hold on to. There's just already this. And this can never be measured. This is endless. This is beginless and endless. There's no beginning and there's no end to this. And there's no one here who knows what this is. There's just this appearing as talking, appearing as listening, appearing as analyzing the words being spoken, and resonance happening for no one. And there's no one here who's special, because these words that are being spoken, they're just being spoken from nothing. So there's nothing here that can eventually claim the specialness, because this is unknowable. This is not a human being. It's not a thing. It's nothing. It's nothing speaking to nothing, and nothing is being spoken about. So this is already empty. This is already full, in a sense that it's every apparent thing, yet it's nothing. When there is that sense of separation, it may seem as if there's something that is trying to get rid of the story. There is something that is trying to fall away. But trying to get rid of the story or falling away is already an expression of this. That's what it is. That's what is seen here as this talking is happening. But in the story, it may when there is that sense of separation and that strong belief that there's somebody there, it may seem as if there is a real separation, and there is a real somebody who's trying to find enlightenment, but it's just a story. It's just a story. That as well may seem to fall away, and a recognition may seem to happen that there was already no one in here and no one anywhere to do anything. It was just this already. That which can never be found, that which can never be spoken, that which can never be gotten. So the world and people in the world is just an imagination. There is no world and there are no real people in the world. Yet something may seem to, the stories may be enjoyed. You know, if you talk about the weather, there may be a response happening. Oh, it's very hot today. It's sunny. Maybe in the afternoon we're gonna have a thunderstorm. So those are just responses. You know, there's not an evidence. There's somebody there who can actually say such a thing. You know, even when there is a belief that there's a real somebody that, you know, talking about the weather of today. It is already seen that there is nobody. That which is talking is just nothing. The body is empty already. Or that which is talking is already this. It's the totality. It's wholeness. Is this spaciousness appearing to talk. So there's never been anyone who found this. Even the great masters, they they found nothing. You know, they were not even there to find anything. So there's no one who's ever found this and claimed to have found it. Because this is nothing. And this is immediate. It's already here. It's not somewhere out there in the near future. It's just here. There's nothing. Looking for it is already happening in it as it. Feeling sad that this can't really be found is already happening in it. There's no time. This is timeless. Not getting it is it already. Getting it is it already. Getting closer is it already. Remembering the glimpses that happened some years ago, apparently, is already it. There is never not this. Quarrels, misunderstandings, feeling happy, joyful, feeling sad, looking for a way to make the family happy, doing celebrations, going to work, coming back from work, listening to good music, lifting weights, playing soccer is already this. There is never not this. And there is no one behind what's happening or what seems to be happening. There's no doer. So it's okay to help somebody in the story. It's okay to share something with somebody to help the poor, apparently, to fix this and that. Here, there is that sense of okayness with everything, everybody, apparently. And this message doesn't suggest that there shouldn't be any story. It doesn't suggest that there should be a story. It doesn't really suggest anything. It's simply pointing to uh, or suggesting, if I may say, that whatever that seems to be happening or not is equally just this. It's already whole and complete. It's already wholeness. There's no separation. So that means that if the body is feeling sick, going to the doctor may seem to happen. Praying about it may seem to happen. Meditating about that may seem to happen. Anything may happen. It's beautiful. It's already an expression of this. So this is already not true. Whatever is happening is already not true. It's just the totality, wholeness. No one can really get there because there's no there to get to, and there's no one to get to anyway. There's just this. No one can really lose wholeness because there's just wholeness. There's no one else. Somebody looking for wholeness is already wholeness. Somebody failing to find wholeness, that's wholeness too. So everything is beautiful because everything is already an expression of that which doesn't move, doesn't see, it's not waiting, doesn't expect, doesn't see, doesn't get tired. The body can be tired. The body may feel very sick, but this can never get sick or tired. It is, in a way, the resting place for that apparent person that never was. It's a resting place in a sense that uh, the recognition that never was somehow uh, such a relief that it never was. Not that it's rest as a real person that will somehow again will start to work, to sweat. No, the recognition that the person is already not there is such a great relief for nobody. It's like it's like you are having a dream at night. being chased by soldiers who are carrying big guns. Some are carrying hand grenades. They are all looking for you. There are helicopters flying around and drones flying around, weaponized drones looking for you. You are there running in the jungle, trying to hide, and it's very dark. There are wild animals, lions, every dangerous animal you know is there. And the soldiers are busy looking for you. And then somehow, as you are running, very afraid, you recognize that there's a recognition that you don't exist. So then the dream is over. That's a great relief because in that uh, momentum, that breathing heavily, sweating, trying to run away, there is a strong belief that you are there, you are running, you are this person, you are running. If they get you, all the bombs will explode on you, and then the animals will eat you alive. But when there's a discovery that there's nothing there, so it's game over. Everyone just go goes back, go back home, you know, to rest. There's no one to look for in him. I don't know where that came from. It's just
That's good. I gotta go to the loo. Can you hold on for a second?
yes, yes.
Okay.